Powered by Virginia Radio.
My name is Big Al. I am the HNIC. And you have here with Powered by Virginia. You have just joined the Let Me Say Something podcast. And the segment we have right now where we're doing a little bit of mention with some community heroes of the 757. Okay, to my left is Corey. To my immediate left is Corey Sales. To my far left, I don't know where my left or right is, do I? To my far left is Mr. Corey Sales. To my immediate left is Mr. Arthur Price. And these gentlemen have an event called the 1911 Bowl. Am I correct about that, sir?
That is correct.
Okay. And you are currently working in conjunction with Operation Ceasefire?
Yes, sir.
All righty. And they're going to be presenting what we call Tackling Gun Violence Football game. And it is Saturday, August 19th, 2023 at Darling Stadium. That's Saturday, August 19th, 2023 at Darling Stadium. Okay, and gentlemen, thank you for coming and thank you for having us. Tackling gun violence. This is fantastic. When did you guys start the 1911 Bowl?
Well, thanks for having us. Corey and I are both the commissioners of two local athletic associations, and he's a member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, and imagine the two of those fraternities working together for a common goal. We had a conversation about working together in order to do something like this for the betterment of the community and for the betterment of our kids. And it has taken on a life of its own. Corey can probably tell you more about how that happened. But it came up as a vision and an idea, and it has grown to something that's going to really be great.
Well, how long have you guys been doing this?
Oh, wow. Brother Price, I'll defer to you.
Well, I've been a mentor for youth since 1972, probably longer than anybody in here is old. But we started a football program in 1996. So I've been the commissioner of the Kappa Cardinals since 1996.
And I myself, I've been coaching football for over 20 plus years. But I since took over a youth football organization 2 years ago, 2 years now to this year. The Tidewater Timberwolves, I took it over and changed the name to the Tidewater Dawgs. And the reason why I changed the name is I wanted to have some representation for my fraternity, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. I wanted to mimic what Brother Price was doing with the Kappa Cardinals and the mentorship program that he's been able to establish for well over 50 years now. And I just thought it'd be a great opportunity to let the community know what I'm doing in my chapter, Zeta Mu Mu chapter, and actually chapters out of Williamsburg, but we service the Yorktown, Williamsburg, and some of the Hampton area.
Excellent. You guys have been doing it for quite a while now. And what type of kids and what's the age range of the children that you work with?
Well, we're going to be staging a series of 4 games, actually. Kids, the student athletes will range in age from 5 to 12 for the 4 different games that we're going to be playing on that day.
All right, now that's pretty impressive, man. I've never seen 6-year-olds play, I'm glad I'm going to be there. I want to see if they're serious or not.
You'd be surprised how athletic those kids are.
You would really be surprised. Yes.
Wow.
And I don't want to fail to mention the fact that we have some. Not only are we focusing on young men, we have some unbelievable young ladies who support us as cheerleaders. And they range in age from 5 to 14 with us. I don't know how old yours are, Corey.
5 to 12.
Yeah, but they'll be out there with us as well.
Okay, you got the cheerleaders. All right.
And making us look good.
Do you have any ladies out there playing?
We do have I have one young lady on my squad, and she's one of the best players I have on my tenure team. Yes.
Oh boy, how old is she?
She's 10.
10-year-olds. 10-year-olds. Okay,
yeah.
10-year-old. All right, what position does she play?
Linebacker. Believe it or not.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, linebacker.
Yes.
So she likes to bring the pain.
Bring the pain.
Okay, all right.
We had one 10-year-old, and but she recently switched back over to cheer. It is
It's a brutal sport.
brutal sport.
Yeah, once they get to the 12U age range, they normally go back to cheer.
Yeah.
Or go off to other dainty things as compared to football.
Other sports. Yeah.
Now, why is that?
Football is an aggressive sport, and you know these young men, they don't tell the difference once the helmet goes on. So they don't just take it easy on you just because you're a female. So.
And their musculoskeletal development changes when they get around 12 years
That's
old.
quite true.
It's just too much. They're too big and too strong.
That's okay, ladies. I'm glad that you guys got on the team. I'm glad you're out there trying and doing what you got to do. Okay, proud of you. Proud of you. Definitely. Now, this is Operation Ceasefire. So, so how did you guys? And Operation Ceasefire is from the Commonwealth Attorney's Office.
Yes.
How did you guys get involved with them?
I can answer that question. So, I'm a retired Hampton homicide detective, and I retired in 2016.
Bring the mic a little bit closer.
Yep. I retired in 2016 from Hampton Police, and when I retired, I went over to the Commonwealth Attorney's Office to work for Anton Bell, the Commonwealth Attorney for the city of Hampton. And I've been knowing Attorney Bell since 1999. When I joined the police department, he came on to the city of Hampton about the same time as one of the assistant Commonwealth attorneys at the time. And when he knew that I had become a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, I mentioned to him that I wanted to pretty much mimic what Brother Price was doing with the Kappa Cardinals and bring youth football, cheerleading, and mentorship to my chapter. And I was able to do that by taking over the Tidewater Timberwolves. So I asked my boss, Anton Bell, to help me out with getting this thing going. It just so happened Kiana Young, and her new Kiana Young, she's over the ceasefire program. I think it started with the Attorney General's office, and it's a new position in our office, and it was a great opportunity for us to come together for the community, because she does such a great job hosting these type of events. It just worked out to where Anton was able to make this event happen in a short period of time.
Well, that's great. I mean, I've heard some very positive things about Miss Young as well. What you guys are mentoring youth. What are you trying to show them? What are you trying to convey to them? Where are you trying to take them?
Well, with us, it's a matter of putting positive role models before these young men that are growing up, starting at an early age. I am one of those feel that association brings on a simulation. If you keep these kids associated with positive kids, they'll be positive. Likewise, if they're associated with negative kids, guess what? So we try to create a positive environment for them to work in. Now, I didn't want to do football. I didn't want to do basketball, but that's what the kids love. So we use that as that carrot to dangle before the horse to get them out there. And then we have guys such as that. I'm an old guy now. Guys like Corey Young, successful males can live before them such that these kids can see what they can be in life, no matter where they came from. Now, I grew up in the projects in Newport News. And, normally the process was you came out of school and you went to the shipyard. I came out of school and I decided to go to college, so I worked my butt off until I got there. And now I wanted to come back and make an example for the other young men who grew up like I did, such that they can, in fact, go off, get through school and have mentors. That was just an unknown term when I was coming along. But now we try to serve as mentors for these young men such that they won't be as ill prepared for college or life after high school as I was the time that I left.
And just so I'm clear on what you're saying, and what you're saying is you try to catch the kids before the streets and everything grabs them, and keep them on the right track by feeding them positive energy.
Give them something to do that's positive.
Okay, and I think that's excellent.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you guys are winning the battle with that.
We're trying, and just to piggyback off of Brother Price, while employed with the Hampton Police, I was one of the first, if not the first, one of the first detectives to be in charge of the Hampton gang unit. So I worked gangs for many years before I was assigned to the robbery, homicide, violent crimes unit at the Hampton Police Division. So I was always geared towards the kids and mentoring and coaching. But with Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, we have a program, one of our mandated programs. It's called Fatherhood Initiative. And with our Fatherhood Initiative program, I'm the chair for that program. Mm-hmm. And I'm able to mentor dads. Some of the males are mandated by the courts to participate. We partner with the Virginia CDR out of Williamsburg. We partner with them where they have a list of dads that we mentor and just discuss some of the avenues or some of the issues that they may have it can be from domestic violence or just anything where we're trying to teach them better ways to be better dads. And so with that program through Omega Psi Phi, I was able to incorporate football and cheerleading as one of our programs that we mentor to our youth.
In my chapter, the Hampton Newport News Virginia Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi has since 1972 sponsored an entity of our National Guide Right, or our youth program, called Kappa Leadership League. And we've maintained that group since the 1973-74. We're celebrating our 50th year come April, whereby we've had kids that we mentor to teach them those types of things that we don't learn in school anymore.
Right.
Tying a necktie, looking a man in the eye when he shakes a hand, how to, we try to teach them, I said, how to eat. They said, we know how to eat. No, we put a full table setting in front of them so they know what fork and spoon to eat. With those types of things we prepare those kids for. And we use our football program as a feeder program for the Kappa Leadership League, and they start at age 12. So when our kids go from 5 through 12 with us in football, they continue with us from 12 to 18.
Now with your until they graduate from high school. Now with your programs, can you tell me about any success stories, young men or young women that have come back, and of course they can't be in a program, but they come back. You know, do you have any stories like that? Anyone in particular?
I think I've got four or five of my coaches are now. Former members of my Kappa Leadership League. They actually started playing with me when they were 6 years old, and then now they're coaching. The guys that coach the flag team, the 6U team. I've got Harry Lewis, who's going to be coaching my Harry Lewis and Jamil Beach are both coaching my 12U team. They're out there. And my son-in-law, who's my intermediate midget coach, he was the president of my Kappa League. And oh, by the way, Jeremy Blunt, the head coach of the FIBA's Phantom State Championship team, he was one of my kids as well.
Really?
Yes.
That's fantastic. And I'm sure you convinced them to be Kappas as well.
No, we're not.
Come on, Mr. Bryson.
We would like for them to be, but the thing is, if they become Omegas, that means one thing: they went to college and they had the GPA,
That's true.
And the requisite requirements to get in that fraternity.
That's true.
What we're really all
That's
about.
what we're all about.
That's true.
And just to speak on that, you asked about some of the kids. Now, I'm in the process of starting the same type of program. Like Brother Price, but I do have some other success stories from kids that I've coached over the years, and I'm just going to mention 2 or 3 names, and that's one is Jordan Bass. I don't know if you're familiar with Jordan Bass. Yeah. I've coached him since he was 6 years old. He is now at the University of Pittsburgh, freshman. Mark Wagner, Jr. He also played football at Phoebus High School, went on to UVA, and now he's over at Norfolk State. Marcus Triggs played at Hampton High School, had him since he was 6 years old as well. He's also over at Norfolk State playing football. Keyshawn Lynch. I can go on with some of the kids that was able to come through the football programs that I was a part of and show that these guys strive to put themselves in a position of success and striving to live out some of their dreams. And it's just been great watching these kids grow.
I had my first NFL player drafted in the 2022 draft, Daz Newsome. Played at Hampton High School and the University of North Carolina. He wound up being drafted by the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You said Daz?
Daz Newsome.
Daz Newsome.
One of the fastest, greatest football players I ever seen play the game. Scored 7 touchdowns in one game.
Yeah.
So
He's a running back?
he played everything: quarterback, running back,
Really?
wide receiver.
Yeah.
He
Kick off
scored
punt
7.
return.
He scored 5 different ways in one game. He was special. That's a fact.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Great
You know,
athletes come from this area.
You know, now in case you guys are just tuning in, okay, I'm talking with Corey Sales to my extreme left. I'm talking to Arthur Price to right next to me here on my left here. They are mentors, and what they're doing is they have tackling gun violence football game in cooperation with and partnership with the Operation Ceasefire. And this is going to be on Saturday, August 19th, 2023 at Darling Stadium. Now, what you're going to see, you're going to see some great kids play, 6 and under, 8 and under, 10 and under, 12 and under. It starts at 9 p.m. 9 a.m. Excuse me. And the kids, it can't be 9 p.m. The kids are too young. Okay, but 9 a.m. and it'll end around 2 o'clock.
Well, probably more like about 3.
About 3 o'clock. Okay. Listen, there's gonna be a fun time had by all. The Kappa Cardinals versus the Tidewater Dawgs. Now I'm assuming that is that the big game, or is that?
All the games are big. It's
Something like a
1911 rivalry. It's all the games are big.
Talking like my coach. Okay. You know, and once again, this is the 1911 Bowl. And again, gentlemen, thank you for being such great mentors. Thank you for stopping by the show. Thank you for letting us participate just a little bit here. We appreciate you. And we're gonna I can't wait to get out there and see those young men and women,
Yes.
and boys and girls. I show you, not many boys and girls play football. Okay, because it's the universal language. I played myself. All righty, gentlemen, thanking you so much. Ty,
Appreciate you having me.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
thank you.
Powered by Virginia Radio.